Did I scratch it? What? Hello everyone, my name's Jose and I go by Remix Tensels on YouTube. Now today is going to be a comic book video for those of you that are casual on my channel, and for those of you passing by. Today's character is going to be on a Marvel character called Daredevil. Now I'm excited because I enjoyed season 1 somewhat. Like the beginning, maybe like 2 episodes, and then like the middle of the season I didn't really enjoy it as much, but towards the end of the season I enjoyed it a lot. So season 2 is already coming out, or it's out. It depends on when I upload this video, but anyways, that's not the point. But again, today we're going to be covering over a Marvel character, something that I haven't done in a very long time. I've been wanting to do so. So let's begin. Daredevil's first appearance in comic books was Daredevil issue 1 of April 1964. He was created by Stan Lee and Bill Everett. I think that's how you pronounce his last name. I can't pronounce a lot of things. It's bound to happen when you watch any video on my channel. His real name is Matthew Michael Murdock. Now that was a mouthful for me, I don't know why. Or Matt Murdock for short. Now for his origins in a very scratch and sniff type of way, it begins with his father, Jonathan battling Jack Murdock, who raised his son by himself. His wife, or Matt's mother, died, or so we think so. I won't really cover that, but just a heads up for some of you that may be wondering, where's the mom? Well, she's alive. She's a nun, actually. I think a nun. That goes by the name by Maggie, I think. Anyways, that doesn't matter. But anyways, he always wanted his son to be more successful than he was, so instead of having Matt go outside playing with other kids or wasting his time, he always put him through a lot of hardcore studying, like constantly having his son always studying, so that way he can end up getting a job as either a doctor or as a lawyer instead of being someone like himself. Now one day Matt Murdock saw a blind old man walking towards an oncoming truck, so what Matt did was he ran towards the old man and pushed him out of the way, causing the truck to go ahead and swerve and crash. Ended up spilling out some radioactive isotope that struck Matt across the face, causing him to get blind. Now while he was recovering in the hospital, he noticed that a lot of his senses, from his hearing, his taste, his smell, his touch, were kind of amplified to almost a superhuman degree. And within that, he was able to get some kind of like sonar, some kind of like radar sensor to kind of give him a picture of what he was around. So a fair amount of time has passed, and this is the point where Matt is already getting trained by someone named Stick, who was trying to teach Matt how to control his new abilities by using acrobatics and martial arts. Meanwhile, at the same time, his father was trying to get into another fight. So he ended up joining up with someone named the Fixer, some promoter, who told Jack, I got you a match, but I need you to take the dive. Matt's father refused to take a dive during the match, and he ended up winning, only at the cost that after that night, he ended up getting shot by Fixer and his men. Now, I don't want to get too much involved or in depth within that, but in the story lore, Matt actually goes out of his way, finds the men, and he just, I don't know, I can't remember if he beats the crap out of them or if he actually goes the extra mile. The extra mile, okay? We're talking about... Fast forward in time, we see Matt continue on with his studies. He goes to law school and gets himself a law degree. He trains someone named Mickey, who ends up getting kidnapped by one of Kingpin's men, or Kingpin's men in general. Which, by the way, season 1 of Netflix, Kingpin, the actor, he's doing such an amazing job. I really love him at the very end of it. Anyways, during this whole time while Mickey's being kidnapped, Matt meets somebody named Foggy Nelson. So after that whole little dilemma, again, I'm only going through little scratch and sniff type of deals in every little section of this character, giving you the basic, knowledge of the character. He ends up rescuing Mickey, and within meeting Foggy Nelson, they come out with a practice called Nelson and Murdock. But again, everybody, I know there's a lot to talk about with this character, Daredevil. He's been around since the 1960s. That's a lot of stuff to try to compile up. So what I try to do in these videos is try to give you the basic thing. The things that even myself, as a very, I guess you can say, casual comic book reader, even though I own I own a lot of comics. But again, I know there's a lot of things to talk about within Daredevil, but anyways, let's go ahead and talk about his abilities and his skills. One of the abilities that Matt Murdock has is superhuman touch, and this is one of my favorite things that I picked up on reading about the guy, is that he can literally just run his fingers towards any kind of paper that has a little bit of ink and can already tell what's on the paper. He can read what's on the paper. He has peak human strength, speed, enhanced agility, superhuman reflexes, and endurance. But let's not forget about his sense of hearing, taste, smell, and even touch. He also picked up telepathy from Stick, but not really like a dramatic telepathy. It's more like it's kind of like a minor telepathic ability of his. He is known as the man without fear, a professional attorney, a devoted Catholic, which is very kind of ironic. But he's also proficient in weapons, and he's also an expert marksman, a master at martial artist, and also acrobatics, and he's a very good detective. Now again, everybody, I hope you enjoyed this video. This video was just supposed to be more of a scratch and sniff type of deal. It's supposed to cover very basic things about the character. Now I could go super in depth and talk about how his love interest, you know, Elektra. But again, everybody, this is just supposed to be a video where you're supposed to just enjoy, and if you can find the time to, you know, get up and go and get yourself a comic book, order it online, read it off of, you know, digital comics like Comixology, I think that's how you pronounce it. Give the show a chance. It's on Netflix. Unless season 2 is already out, you can binge watch season 1, and then when season 2 comes out, binge watch all of that too. Because after that, folks, at the end of the day, my goal is just to make sure that my videos are enjoyable for you to watch, and hopefully they are. And stay tuned for another comic book video because I got another one coming up. So hopefully I can do a pretty decent job at it, like how I feel I'm doing a pretty decent job at this one. But again, make sure to check out the website, Aetheraeon.com. The link will be in the description below. Down there you will find some merchandise if you enjoy my content. It's not merch specifically for me, it's for the group that I'm part of. And also it has my live stream schedules if you're into watching people play video games. If you're into that, if not, you don't have to worry about it. But again, if you like what you saw, make sure to subscribe. Maybe you can share the video around with your friends, or correct me in the comment section below if I missed out anything major. I know that, again, this is supposed to be a scratch and sniff, so I didn't really want to cover too much of the character because it would be a very long video. I think even as I'm talking now, it's still pretty long. So anyways, everybody, hope you enjoy the video. I hope you're having a great day, and thank you so much for watching. Take care, everyone.